Break from what? From the everyday things to look at what we're really doing as Muslims. That's why we said we really need to have this program for you and for me to take a break right here on Huda TV. Stay with us because we've got a lot coming up on Take a Break.
I say that the translation has been indirectly influenced with the Israelite narrative.
We haven't faced any problems in our preparations.
We can't call it the wise Hajj. In Egypt, you have a huge amount of initiative going on in terms of developing qualifications in different parts of the system.
Reading helps you gain knowledge, but saving the net doesn't help you at all.
They are all welcome to participate in the discussion and the debate about the development of qualifications.
What types of books our children do or should read?
Join me for further discussion of Focus Point.
Huda, a light in every home.
It comes to you the truth and the attribute of the one who created you, that he's one and alone running this universe, that he doesn't become born, he doesn't die, he doesn't eat and then go to the bathroom. This is not God.
We have problems here. It doesn't make sense. Who was Jesus worshiping? Because it's recorded in the Gospels. Despite all of the other issues about the Gospels, we put those aside. We just say it's mentioned there that Jesus worshiped God.
One who protects us from hunger.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's good to have you back. You're watching Ask Huda. Just a quick reminder of our telephone numbers: 00-202-38-555, 248 or 249. Or you can write to us at ask, that's ask@huda.tv. Dr. Muhammad, if you permit that we take Sister Wafa's question. She mentioned the verse and we have made you the middle nation. She wants to know what's the criterion of moderation and who determines who is moderate.
The verse, as she said, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. The word وَسَطًا means عُدُولًا, to be just nation. She's talking about what some people tend to use as a weapon in the face of their opponents. If they see somebody decided to be religiously committed or practice the sunnah, in the past when we were young, they used to call us Sunnis. It's like an insult. And the word Sunni means literally somebody who is practicing the sunnah. Now they came up with many different names in order to frighten their opponents, those whom they disagree with them. So if you see a woman decided for innocence to copy and imitate the wives of the Prophet ﷺ and his daughters and the women of the companions and wear niqab or whatever, right away you will see some shuyukh who are in turbans, they call her, she's fanatic and she's extremist. And another would say, inna ad-dina yusr, religion is easy. So they misinterpret and twist the meaning of the verses and a hadith in this regard. Yes, and Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, verily our religion is easy and it's about ease. Inna ad-dina yusr wa lan yushadda ad-dina ahadun illa ghalaba. In what context? And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was addressing those who take it very extreme on themselves. Those who decided for innocence to fast on every single day, he said that is prohibited. Those who decided to finish the recitation of the entire Quran every single day or in a single prayer, say that is not permissible. In order to absorb the meaning of the Quran, the least you can recite it in 3 days. Those who decided not to get married in order to draw closer to Allah, he said this is not the way you draw closer to Allah. And he said, I am the dearest to Allah, I'm the most beloved to Him, and I fear Him more than any of you. Yet, and I'm married already, and I pray and I sleep and I fast Mondays and Thursdays, not every single day. He forbidden them from al-wusal, al-Iqtal, which is to fast continuously for several days. He's forbidden us from abstaining from talking, period, and say I'm fasting from talking. Certain things which was common in Judaism or in previous practices in Christianity, Islam came in order to give us ease, to make lawful for us what people before us have made it prohibited for themselves. He said, La rahbaniyata fil Islam. Things like of this nature. But if you examine every time somebody said, our deen is the deen of wasatiyya and our deen is the deen of peace, etc. He's talking in what context? He's talking to those who may be fighting for the sake of Allah, defending their countries against the invaders, or opposing the Israeli Zionist aggression. They said, we're supposed to be peaceful people. This is not true. We're supposed, as every human being, to defend ourselves. We're supposed to be proud of our religion. We're supposed to speak out loud because the truth will prevail, but it needs people to prevail it. Right? So things of this nature. When I see my son decided to wear a beard, which is very natural, right? Even in America, for instance, or in the West, if somebody's son, if he is agnostic or atheist, decided to wear whatever to wear or not to wear, or grow a beard or grow a mustache or shave his head, in whatever fashion, people do not object to that. But they only come to somebody who decided to imitate the luck of the Prophet ﷺ, decided to wear what the Prophet ﷺ used to wear, decided to recite certain invocations before and after, to be a good Muslim model. They start picking on them. إن الذين أجرموا كانوا من الذين آمنوا يضحكون وإذا مروا بهم يتغامزون, etc. So we say this is not moderation. To the extent now, if you talk to somebody who's not praying and you say, why don't you pray? Right away he's going to use the same tools. You say, well, إن الدين يسر, and Allah is of forgiving, the most merciful. It is true that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said في Surah Ibrahim, Surah Al-Hijr, نبئ عبادي أني أنا الغفور الرحيم. And that's it. Did he say, inform my servants that I am the of forgiving, the most merciful, and that's it? No. He said, نبئ عبادي أني أنا الغفور الرحيم وأن عذابي هو العذاب الأليم. And my punishment and my torment is the severe and painful one. So keep in balance. If a girl who's going to college decided not to listen to music because she wants to imitate the Prophet ﷺ, why would we say that she's an extremist, or she's fanatic, or she is... Whenever we were young and somebody said that you're a Sunni, I would be very, very proud. I would like to die in this condition because I'm a Sunni. What does it mean? I'm not following any other sect. This is a sect which the Prophet ﷺ said it would be saved. They're following the traditions of the Prophet ﷺ. And Nabi ﷺ's sister said, Tuba lil ghuraba. Tuba is one of the names of paradise. He said, may Allah grant heaven to al-ghuraba. Al-ghuraba means strangers. They said, who are they? The companions immediately picked it up and said, who are they? They wanted to be amongst them. He said, no. Al-ghuraba, those who يصلحون عند فساد الناس أو يصلحون عند فساد الناس, those who be upright and religiously committed whenever people are corrupt, whenever people overwhelmingly going away from the deen. So adhering to the deen and its traditions is actually moderation. Praying the fard along with the sunnah and fasting the Ramadan in addition to voluntary fasting on a regular basis, and wearing a beard or wearing your proper dress code for a woman, these are all moderation symptoms in Islam. But those who wanted a loose religion, where everybody is the same, Muslims and non-Muslims, practicing or non-practicing, and right away they say, Allah knows best about my heart. I have heard that a lot. I have heard that a lot from Muslims who have been living for long in the West. They say, look, I may not be wearing hijab for a woman. I may be wearing very tight clothes and showing my beauty, but my heart is very pure. And I believe that my iman is stronger than millions of those women who are wearing hijab. She's a liar. Right away, she's a liar. Somebody who does not pray. Somebody who is earning haram and say, but the relationship between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very strong. You're a liar. On what basis? Islam is Iman only increases due to at-ta'ah, and it decreases until it is grounded due to sinning and al-ma'siyah. And frequently I give this question, of the glass. If I keep pouring water in a glass until it overflows of the same nature of the contents of the glass. If it is water, water, milk, milk, ink, ink, right? You cannot just overflow fahisha and you say my heart is full of iman. That is not logical. It is not practical. It is not real. So what we need to do right now is, I don't care what people would say about me. Are you better than the Prophet ﷺ? Obviously not. Well, he was called Majnoon. He was called insane. He was called sorcerer, magician, soothsayer. He was called all bad things that you can imagine. He was hurt a lot, but he remained steadfast. And this is what's needed from Muslims in order to increase our word by the leave of Allah.
Okay, we have Brother Abu Salman from Qatar. Assalamu alaikum, brother, you're live and ask. Huda.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, brothers? Sheikh, I have two questions. One, I am sending my son for memorization of the Quran by keeping him away from school for a year. But the problem is that the Sheikh who teaches him very strict, and he beats him vigorously if he didn't memorize the portion. Now my son is showing less interest to go to the Sheikh, and every day morning he's experiencing bad stomach pain, headache, vomiting, this kind of thing. So, Sheikh, I want to know in this situation whether I can force my son to go to the Sheikh. Now fear has come to his mind. Please give me some advice. And my second question, one of my aunts back to India, actually she doesn't pray, but she has some waswas things, like especially with the water. She keeps washing things for a long time, especially even if she's washing her hand. She's taking too much water and taking long time. Now she wants somebody to make this year Hajj on her behalf. So what she did, she sold her gold and gave that money to my younger brother for making Hajj. And my brother also agreed to. But my concern is, so in this situation, can my brother make Hajj on her behalf?
Okay. Jazakallah khair, Brother Abu Salman there from Qatar. We also have Sister Khadija from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah. How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah. I have a question, Sheikh, that what is the correct pronunciation? Is it Asra or Isra?
It is Isra.
And can we keep the name of our daughter, Asra?
It is Isra.
Isra, okay.
Yes, with a zero on the first alif. Isra.
So can we keep the name?
Yes, you may if you want to.
Okay, thank you, Sheikh.
You're welcome.
This is Khadija there from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You have a lot of experience with the Zir Sheikh. But Abdullah from Qatar, he wants to know when is the best time to pray duha? Is it 1 hour after shuruq or 1 hour before Salat al-Dhuhr?
Now it depends, because there is one hadith which talks about the best time ever. He said, Salatul al-Duha hina tarmadu al-fisam. That is the best time when it is an hour before Dhuhr, where it is extremely hot. Okay? But if the person is sitting in the masjid after Fajr, like many practicing Muslims like to do, they make khitam al-salah, the morning adhkar, they recite Quran until 15 minutes past sunrise, then it is best to pray right now. Why? Because in this condition, the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever does so, prays Fajr in Jama'ah, says to make dhikr until it is sunrise, then prays 2 rak'ahs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the reward of performing Hajj and Umrah, 2 complete journeys, Hajj and Umrah. So that is possible on every single day. So if you happen to do that, to sit after Fajr, then seize this opportunity and pray a duha. And the duha, the least is 2 rak'ahs, 2, 4, 6, or 8, some even say more. So you can pray the 2 rak'ahs right after Ishraq, and you can pray another 2 rak'ahs if you want, an hour before Dhuhr.
Okay, and he wants to know if what are some of the virtues of seeking Islamic knowledge?
There is plenty. I don't think time will encompass even some of them, But quickly, there is a whole chapter that's Al-Imam Al-Nawawi, may Allah have mercy on him, summoned and collected, compiled in his beautiful book, Gardens of As-Salihin or Riyadh As-Salihin, with regards to the virtues of seeking knowledge. For instance, in one hadith, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that the angels lower their wings to the seekers of knowledge as a sign of being pleased with their action. Also, he said that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ وَمَلَائِكَتَهُ وَأَهْلُ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ والملائكة حتى النملة في جحرها وحتى الحوت لا يصلون على معلم الناس الخير. This is a sound hadith. The Prophet ﷺ said in this hadith, verily Allah the Almighty and the angels bless the person who seeks knowledge. All the dwellers of the heaven and the earth, including the ants in their holes, including the fish in the seas, they pray and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the person who seeks knowledge. In another hadith, and I would consider this the last for now, that the Prophet ﷺ said, من سلك طريقا يبتغي به علما سهل الله له به طريقا إلى الجنة. One who takes a path in order to seek religious knowledge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make easy for him his path to heaven. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us amongst the true seekers of knowledge.
Ameen, ameen. Jazakallah khair, Doctor, for the time today. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and continue to bless you, inshallah. To all the viewers, we'd like to thank all those who have participated in today's episode. And don't forget that if you still have a question, you can write to us at ask, that's ask@huda.tv. And don't forget, support@huda.tv and our website, www.huda.tv. Until next time, I leave you in Allah's care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
If my love is attached to thee, then from sins I will be free. Each time my heart will beat, your name will resound with heat. Allah is my heart's speech, your mercy is what I beseech. Keep in my heart your remembrance, and in your deen allow me to advance. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate test. Help me in my quest, permit me to pass the ultimate